Welcome back in Western Slope. We are now joined by Ron Young from Fifth Reel and Friends. Ron, thank you so much for coming in.
Delighted to be here.
Awesome. Well, you guys have a big concert coming up at the Art Center this weekend. But before we get to that, can you tell us a little bit about Fifth Reel and Friends? How did this group form?
It formed initially because of a shared interest in a traditional dance form called contra dance. You'll find that in large cities coast to coast. Though when we got to, my wife and I at the time, when we got to Grand Junction, with a city this size, probably should have had a contra dance group, but they didn't. Okay. We did contact other interested dancers, but we also realized that many of us were musicians, so we decided that, well, if there isn't one here, let's start one ourselves. Mm-hmm. And our first dance was in November of 1999, and we've been putting on dances in the Grand Valley ever since. Awesome.
A little over 25 years then together.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Now, the name Fifth Reel and Friends, mm-hmm. I know that there's, usually a story. Is there a story behind this name at all?
We had a band called Blarney Pilgrim, which is the name of an Irish tune. And then we suddenly realized that we were doing lots of things beyond just Irish music, a lot of Scottish stuff. So we wanted to come up with a new name. And my bandmate, Connie Michael, who will be performing on Saturday as well, mm-hmm. when she still had small children, she and a fellow mom were at a pool. While their kids were swimming, they were keeping them safe and also trying to think of a new name for the band. Okay. And apparently just dozens of them just flew by in this blizzard of ideas. And the only one they both remembered was Fifth Reel. Okay. And there we have it.
Stuck to this day.
Yeah.
That's that's how it works sometimes, I feel like. But now looking at the concert this weekend on mm-hmm. Saturday, tell us what people can expect to see. What is the set going to look like?
It's pretty straightforward. We're going to be on stage, microphones, no particular background or anything. This is a program of song and music and lore, stories. Okay. The theme that we're hooking this all together with is a term you might not be familiar with, but it's one that is still very used today. And the idea is cross-quarter days and quarter days. And we don't use those terms very much. Mm-hmm. But we use words like equinox and solstice. Okay. And the quarter days, that's all they are, the two equinoxes and the two solstices. Okay. Cross-quarter days fall in between the quarter days, about 6 weeks on either side. So we still recognize all of them too, except for one. Mm-hmm. Samhain, Halloween, is a cross-quarter day. May Day is a cross-quarter day. Okay. Groundhog Day is a cross-quarter day. The only one we don't recognize happens on August 1st. But they're just vital for the agricultural year. Okay. They were in pre-Christian times, and they still are today. We got to know what the weather's going to do, and if you're not really in tune to that, and you're depending on crops for your food, you're out of luck. Yeah, a lot to learn, absolutely. Yeah. And now, can you remind us, I guess, when and where? We've mentioned Saturday, but just remind us one more time, when and where is this all going down? At the Art Center of Western Colorado at 7th and Orchard. Yep. Doors are going to open at 6:30. We'll start the program at 7:30. And $20 in advance, and you can get tickets online at gjartcenter.com. Or you can get them at the door for $25.
Perfect, and we will also have a link to tickets posted on our website, WesternSlopeNow.com. Mm-hmm. Ron, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad we've been here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Western Slope, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.